Hello, and thanks for joining me for another jazz guitar lesson. I'm Chris Whiteman. Today we're going to look at taking the opening figure from Stairway to Heaven, something that a lot of guitarists have learned at some point in their development. And we're going to take that and use that as a way to create some motion on a minor chord, and in particular putting it in the context of a 2-5. In the intro, I applied it to Autumn Leaves, so we're gonna use it in that song. But the real takeaway from this lesson is the concept of extracting a musical idea and then repurposing it. So most people have a lot of pieces of information that they could be implementing or using in other contexts, and they just miss the opportunity because they don't really understand what's going on. So let's look at the opening to Stairway to Heaven. Right, and so basically we have A minor, and then we have an A minor 9 with a major 7 in the bass, to an A minor 7 with the 7th in the bass, and then we move to a D triad first inversion, so we have F sharp. And if you look at what's happening in the outer voices, we have contrary motion. Right? At that point, we voice led in the bottom voice, we've went down chromatically into the third of D. And that's really strong. We have a little melody on top. And so what I'm seeing here is just movement and color on an A minor. And then we're moving to a D. In this case, it's D major. But this is an opportunity for a 2-5. It could be a 2-5 in the key of G, A minor 7. So I'm going to take the D triad and I'm going to make it a D7 with the flat 9. So we have a little diminished shape here, but it's functioning as a D7 flat 9. So we have A minor 9 with a major 7 in the bass, A minor 7 with the 7th in the bass, to D7 flat 9. And that's our 2-5. Resolved to G major, and there's my 1 chord. All right, so that'd be a 2-5-1. So now I want to take that concept and say, well, how can I integrate that into a song? And it's going to fit really nicely in Autumn Leaves, but I play Autumn Leaves in B flat major, G minor. So I'm going to transpose it. A lot of people play it in G major, E minor. So that would work perfectly right here. You're already in the right key. But let's transpose it, because that's a good skill to have, and something that you end up having to do a lot as a jazz musician. Okay, so I'm going to move it up in this key. We're in B flat, so the 2 chord is C minor to F7, and so that motion, C minor 9 with the major 7 in the bass, C minor 7 with the 7th in the bass, and then I'm going to go to my little diminished voicing that's functioning as an F7 flat 9. So now I'm going to integrate with the melody. So I'm playing the melody statement, and then here comes my motion. So we have kind of a call and response going here. Then the next melody statement. And I want to keep that harmonic response in the space there, but I have to adapt it so that it will fit over B flat major 7, moving to E flat major 7. And my harmonic motion started on a minor chord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep the element of contrary motion going over these two new harmonies. So on the minor chord, there was our contrary motion. So I'm going to look for something similar. So here we are on a major chord. And that works nice. So I have B flat and B flat. And then I have A and C, and then G and D. I resolve to my E flat. I have E flat in the bass and G there. So I'm going to take that contrary motion and then fill in the harmony. So I know it's a B flat major chord, so I'm going to put a B flat major triad. And then similar to what we did on the minor chord, I'm going to move the bass down a half step. So now I have the major 7 in the bass. So I have the inner voices of a B flat major 7, and I'm going to put the C on top. So it looks like a D minor 7, second inversion, but it's functioning as a B flat major 7, or with a 9 and a major 7 in the bass. So, and then I move down to G in the bass and D in the melody. I'm going to grab a B flat, and then this makes it a B flat 6 chord, and I have a G, which is the 6 in the bass. And then I'm going to move to my resolution at the 4 chord. That's the E flat major 7. And then the next melody statement. Now I want my harmonic motion. A and C, G sharp and D. There's a rootless A minor 7 flat 5. Now I need a 5 chord for this 2-5-1 minor. So this is a D7 sharp 9. And then I need my melody statement. And a resolution to G minor 6. And now I'll add my harmonic motion response here. G minor 9, major 7 in the bass. G minor 7, F in the bass. And then resolving to G minor 6 with the 6 in the bass, the E. And again, you put that together and it sounds like this. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Again, you know, the real takeaway from this lesson would be, if you find a riff or some harmonic motion that you like, really investigating what's going on there so that you can apply it to different situations. And here we applied it to Autumn Leaves. There's lots of other songs. You know, there's 2/5s all over the place in jazz, so there, you know, you get a lot of mileage out of something like this. Or you just, you know, learn it in the context of Autumn Leaves, and you've got something, you know, you got the basis of an arrangement. So anyway, thanks again.